Last month, you took on a matter you knew you shouldn't have, and you knew it in the first email. You took it anyway because saying no felt like leaving money on the table. By the end of this video, you'll have the exact structure of a decline that takes 90 seconds to send and that sends you work for years afterward. Because the inquiries you turn down are not lost revenue. Handled properly, they are the highest yield referral source a professional firm has. Here's how it actually goes. An inquiry comes in. Within about 2 minutes of reading it, you know. Wrong size, wrong scope, wrong expectations, wrong budget, or a person who is going to be difficult in a way you've seen before. And then you talk yourself into it. Work has been quieter than you'd like. You tell yourself it might be simpler than it looks. You quote it slightly low because you're not sure you want it, which guarantees you'll resent it later. 6 weeks on, that matter is eating a share of your week wildly out of proportion to what it's paying. You're behind on the work you actually wanted. And the client isn't happy either because you were never the right firm for them and they can feel it. Nobody comes out of that ahead. Not you, and not them. The obvious fix is better filtering, sharper qualifying questions, a higher minimum, a clearer scope page on the website. All of that is worth doing. None of it solves this, because the problem was never identifying the bad fit. You identified it in 2 minutes. The problem is what happens in the 10 seconds after. The only 2 options in your head are take it or send something that makes you feel like you've wasted the person's time. So you take it, or you send 3 vague lines 4 days later and never hear from that person again. Here's the reframe. A decline is not the end of a conversation. It is the last thing that person will remember about your firm, and it is the moment when they are most likely to tell somebody else your name, which means a decline isn't a loss to be minimized. It's an event to be designed. Start with what a wrong fit matter actually costs, because most owners only count the obvious one. The first cost is time distortion. A poor fit matter doesn't take proportionally longer. It takes disproportionately longer, because everything about it is slightly outside your normal process. Do the arithmetic on your own last one. Hours spent against hours billed. The gap is the real number, and it's usually worse than anyone expects. The second cost is a reputation cost. Doing acceptable work outside your strength does not build your reputation. It builds a reputation for that kind of work, and the next 3 inquiries look just like the one you didn't want. The third is the one nobody counts. While that matter was consuming your attention, you were slower on everything else, including the inquiries that were a perfect fit. So the wrong fit matter didn't just cost you its own margin, it quietly degraded the ones you actually wanted. Now the part that matters most. Most declines destroy the referral, and they do it in 3 specific ways. The first is delay. A decline sent 4 days later reads as reluctance. You didn't just say no, you cost them 4 days. The second is vagueness. Unfortunately, we don't think we're the right fit at this time tells the person nothing. They can't act on it and they can't repeat it. The third is the absence of direction. You end the conversation without moving the person any closer to solving their problem. They do not remember whether you took the work. They remember whether you helped them get somewhere. Sit with that, because the whole thing turns on it. A firm that declined in an hour, told you plainly why, and pointed you at the right person is a firm you recommend. That's the mechanism. A well-built decline converts someone who is going to be a difficult client into someone who advertises for you. So here's the structure. 4 parts, and all 4 are required. Part 1. Speed. Reply the same day, ideally within the hour. Part 2. A real reason, stated plainly. Not, we're not the right fit. Instead, this sits outside what we do. We work mainly on this. Part 3. A direction. Either a named person or a named type of firm, or the one question they should ask whoever they speak to next. Part 4. A door left open, but only if it's true. If there's a version of their problem you would take, say what it is. And 3 things that never go in. No apology beyond a single sentence. No fee, no quote, no number of any kind. And nothing about being busy, because busy means you're not important enough. and the person will hear exactly that. Here's the same inquiry, declined 2 ways. The first: thank you for reaching out. We don't think we would be the right fit. Best of luck. The second: thanks for sending this over. This one sits outside what we handle. 2 names below who do exactly that. Same answer. Same no. But that person now has 2 names, a question that will save them money, and a reason to remember your firm. Straight numbers. What it saves. Every wrong fit matter you don't take. What it costs. 90 seconds and a saved template. And what breaks. It fails completely if the reason isn't true. People can tell. A manufactured reason is worse than the vague brush-off. The decline structure is linked below, with the 4 parts and the 3 exclusions. That's the intake sequence complete. Acknowledge, qualify, route. In the comments, what's the reason you find hardest to say out loud when you turn someone down?